This is our final best of 3. The winner goes on to the round of 16, and the loser is out of the GSL Code S. In the bottom left, our Zerk player having a tough time right now.
Air Green Wings Rogue.
Paused.
All right. Maybe he has a hotkey problem or something like that. Could be.
Hello. Welcome to the GSL.
Yeah.
This is the best part of our job, is when the game gets paused and we have to talk.
Yeah, I always really like that.
Whenever the game gets paused, I go like this. I go, yes! And I go, okay, get ready. And then I go,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to talk
Well, they
about
saw
this
as we
entire
came
time.
back on, I was like fixing my tie.
Yeah,
The thing is, the
exactly.
tie is fine. It doesn't move, but I'm like, I've
People don't
watched
know
too
that
much
I
of Mad
actually-
Men, and before we go on camera, I just go like
I have
that.
a monocle over my eye the whole time, but I can't do that in front of the camera, so I put my monocle down in my special
You need a
monocle
top
holder.
hat if you're going to do a monocle.
Yeah.
You just don't quite look right for that.
I don't have the right shaped head to pull off the top hat.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't.
No,
You
you've never
actually
seen
might
a
be able to
potato
pull
on
up
top hat.
you might actually be able to pull up a top hat, though. But it'd have to be a really tall top hat.
I think I'd look better in a racing helmet.
In a racing helmet?
Yeah.
No one looks good in a racing helmet.
Well, if I had
Actually, I
the black
wouldn't mind
visor
seeing-
down over my face, I would look fine.
I think you look better in a football helmet, actually. Every time something awesome happens, you go, whoa, and you smack your head on the table.
Wow.
This is how I don't get concussed when I cast StarCraft. In the bottom right, we have our Protoss.
KT roster Zest.
Ooh, that chair's wiggling.
Are there speakers
powers.
in that chair? No,
Playing
seriously, look at that
dubstep.
on the right.
Can you listen to dubstep and play StarCraft?
Yeah, I
I
don't really
find
do
dubstep
it, but
like
yeah,
the best music to play too.
It's not the best, but I sometimes do.
No.
A little bit of like Nick Grit here and there or something.
Oh yeah, Nickrit's good.
Well, looks like Overlord just kind of scouting over to the side. Drone scouting as well, trying to figure out where is Zest at.
See, where is that Zest at? We have a hatchery and a Nexus coming here. That's what he said. He probably said it out loud in his booth. He talks to himself in his booth.
Did you ever watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
The game show
Yeah.
where they go, where in the world is
Hit it,
Carmen
acapella!
Yeah. And then he comes out clapping.
Where in the
World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
And everybody's like clapping and dancing. And yeah, I watched that show.
Yeah, I used to
when I
watch
got
that
home
and
from
get
school.
angry at how dumb the kids were. They never knew any of the geography questions. Like, why can't I just get on one of these shows?
You know what was actually the best show when we were younger was, I can't even believe there's ever a show this cool. It's the second coolest show after the GSL is Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that was great.
You can actually go back and watch those now. I think most of those kids are probably in therapy, man. I'm like, you see this kid just trying to run through there and get the pendant and avoid the mummy.
Yeah, and he just
Everybody's
jumps
screaming,
out.
no, don't go up there. This kid's like confused. He's like, I don't understand. And like, they have like that host who's basically just in the background yelling at him the whole time as they try to get through there. They try to read him out, though. They try to have the kids listen to a story, and then the ones that can't answer the questions get eliminated. You know. So, those kids from the Blue Barracudas are not going to be...
The Blue Barracudas?
Yeah.
Oh,
There was Blue
It was a team name.
It was like the Purple Monkeys.
Yeah.
And my brother and me would watch and be like, go Blue Barracudas! Like,
Was that the same show where they would play the video game where they have to stand there and they have to jump?
no,
and
that's a
stuff?
different show that I believe was on Nickelodeon.
Because I liked that show a lot too.
Yeah, I remember they would be inside of a game, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much better than my Sega Genesis. But then all those kids were garbage at games.
They were terribly
They were so bad. I'm
What's
like,
your high score here? And the guy just dies. It's like,
yeah, like,
really?
okay, the game you'll have
Really?
to be playing,
Now-
it will be Tetris, and the kid like dies like very shortly after. I'm like, oh my god, save your bars.
no. Too bad we didn't go on that show.
Well, I mean, that would have been the beginning of our pro gaming careers right there.
Instead of StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
What
Free
would we be
StarCraft
doing
1.
now? Jeez.
I did
Casting a much easier game, most likely.
Okay, we have a Stargate coming up now.
Yeah, not surprised to see that. It's a very strong opener. Can be especially good here. The minerals at the back natural are like so far off, and you don't really want two queens there. So if they don't know it's coming, and they don't build a spore, you get a lot of kills at that base.
Oh, I remember in another show that was pretty epic, which was Guts.
Oh, yeah.
And that was hosted by
my
Mo,
childhood's coming back.
the referee named Mo.
I vaguely
girl.
recall Mo.
The female referee, the
She had
grill.
brown hair,
the
right?
grill. Yeah, she had brown hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was young at the time. I'm like, oh, Mo, I love you, Mo. I wish I could go on Guts. I mean, oh, my God, we got a lot of gates here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an Oracle 6 gate maybe, or a 7 gate.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Thing is,
Oracle-
these builds are like, we've seen some of these. Okay, it looks like it's actually going to be 7 gates.
I actually am under the impression that Zest already is so confident against Rogue, he's probably just going to use builds that he will not need to use for the rest of the tournament, so there's not as much information out there.
This is a build that is so deadly. Look at him, he's making spores. Spores are the last thing he needs right now. What he needs is a roach warren, and he needs to be making roaches. This is a terrible situation for him. This build is like something that we just see smattered in here and there, and it is so damn powerful. Oh, that was a great snipe, too.
Yeah, he doesn't see the... Oh! He sees it.
Well, right now, Rogue is like... Rogue right now is thinking about who's going to be in his Code A group next season, because this is going to kill him, Tasteless.
Oh, here come the warp-ins. The Roach Warren is only halfway done. 5 Stalkers
man.
coming here. 14 links being made, though.
Well, it's about as bad as it can be, Tasteless. Slow Zerglings against all these Stalkers. He's going to get another big warping round. It's a nice surround, but obviously shouldn't end up being enough.
Oh, my God, that Stalker at the top didn't die. I guess Protoss TM spam incoming in Twitch chat here. So we have the Zealots now being warped in here. Now you can see the Oracle doing so much damage over here in the back, and for some reason none of these Stalkers are actually dying. They're all just getting to like 1 HP. It's another StarCraft fan fiction moment.
And look at this. Oh, man, the Spine Crawlers do get up, but in the meantime he walks forward. While they will plant, I mean, he's got way too many units left over. Even with great transfuses and non-stop roaches popping out.
He gets that Spine Crawler. Look out, Oracle!
Don't worry, you get out of there.
Okay, sorry, I get too excited sometimes. And I mean that's gonna be it. I mean, this is a really clean timing. Zest is microed basically perfectly. You notice that almost all these Stalkers have lasted through the entire fight.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you don't have speed upgrades, stuff like this is super powerful. You get this many Stalkers over there really quickly. A very surprising build. Caught Rogue off guard.
Oh,
you can see
Rogue.
Yeah, he's upset, man. He knows that he's really good, but just this is definitely not his day.
Zest cuts through that match and goes on to the round of 16.
That's right. That was super well played. Really liked it.
I mean, there's not much to say about that last game.
Yeah.
He did a very good timing. He cut a lot of probes. He hit hard and completely pulled the rug out from under Rogue. Rogue never got to get into mid-game or late game where most Zergs want to be, where they have that engine up and running, where they can produce, attack, and expand and take the whole map.
Yeah.
Zest is not going to let him play by those rules.
Now, Zest, something else altogether, Tasteless. Him and Rain going forward, pretty good to see, because these guys,
Protosses
a round of 16
ever.
without them, or even a round of 8 without them, is weird, because they are like the best.
Well, unfortunately, Rogue just was unable to cut it. Same with Hurricane. They were eliminated.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a day where we could say the 2 better players made it out of the group.
Can't really deny that, Tasteless. Let's go ahead and take a look at the match results for today. And Zest, as you can see, getting out second, crushing everyone but Rain, which he had a very close match with, and of course Rain crushing everyone but Zest, who he had a close match with. And Tasteless, out of the 10 players going to the round of 16, from the article that I wrote before Code S started, so far 8 of my predictions going right through.
You hear that, world?
Yeah.
Leave Artosis alone! I need to make that like Britney Spears video.
Yeah.
Leave Artosis alone!
That'd be great. You'd finally get internet famous if you did that. Because it's all about.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. We are going to be here tomorrow, Friday, same time, same place.
With another great match. Let's take a look at it. Sue, Trust, DRG, and Stork, a fantastic group indeed. I mean, Trust, will he be the next Protoss that are like these other guys? I don't think so, actually. I actually think this guy is a bit better than what we saw from Hurricane, what we saw from Terminator, actually, surprisingly. I thought Terminator was a lot better before, but than Trust before this tournament. But anyways, all that aside, this is going to be a great group. Make sure you tune into that.
Don't miss out on WCS EU. A lot
That's
of great
Europe.
games right down there. In case you're confused,
Yeah.
EU is Europe.
Yeah, of course, we got one of the very best, one of the very best foreigners here in Snoot, taking on Patience, a very aggressive
fantastic
Protoss.
player.
Stardust, of course, maybe my pick for the best Protoss in all of Europe right now. A great Korean player that lives over there.
He's
and
really good.
Mini
He's got his
Razor
own,
from Fnatic.
own 6 style too.
Yeah, he definitely does. He has his own way to play this game. So, going to be a very exciting group. Make sure you check that out with Apollo and Claris. And until tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you guys. Good night.